What's good, ghouls? Your boy Grim here, and today we have week number 2 of the PGBL Season 2. This week we are taking on the Camden Ursarings, coached by Chance. Link to their channels will be in the description below. Do go check out their side of the team builder aspect and their battle if you wish to view both sides. Like I said, the battle will be uploaded tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But today we're going to talk about our team breakdown, who we're going to bring, who I think they're going to bring, yada yada yada. You guys already know. I did this last week. Going to be doing this every week for every battle. Hopefully, I'll get better throughout the season. Like I said, this is the first league that I'm in, so I don't really know what I'm doing. But I like to think that I'm a good battler, and I like to take predictions and all that kind of stuff. So first things first, looking at his team, he has a ton of fairy types, which definitely means that we need to bring some sort of poison or steel or coverage for fairy types, because he has Mega Gardevoir, Tapu Koko, he's got Togekiss, he's got Ribombee, and those are his fairy types. And it's like, it almost makes up half his teams. Fairy types makes up almost half of his team, which is ridiculous. So I definitely need to bring some sort of poison coverage. I'll get into my team, of course, in a little bit. He's also got a steel type, grass, normal, ground, poison, fire, water, and electric, and flying as diversities in his pairings. So it's a good thing to bring moves that'll cover all of those, of course, obviously. The main thing that I like to do is type coverage. If I know that a Pokemon that I have type coverage and can live hits from different Pokemon, I know that I'll be okay. That's basically how I run. I usually run my team so they're unified as like a core and they work together well, at least to my understanding of building teams. I think I do a pretty good job of making teams that work well with each other. And I think that's basically the basics of Pokemon itself, I guess, in a competitive standpoint. So who do I think he's going to bring this week? I think there's definite potential for him bringing the Tapu Koko. I don't really see why he wouldn't bring that. It one-shots Mega Pidge. It can deal damage to a lot of things on my team, like Keldeo. It has other moves that can body things. I really don't see him not bringing that. Electric Surge is also really good to prevent people from falling asleep and raising electricity, obviously. Mega Gardevoir most likely will be coming. It's just a great Pokemon. Hyper Voice Pixelate is beautiful. And it can hit a lot of my team. There's not too many Pokemon that are weak to it on my team. There's Flygon, and I think Flygon's our only Pokemon that's actually weak to fly, or to, oh no, Dragalge. Well, no, Dragalge is neutral because he's poison type as well. So I guess we only have one weakness on our team to Fairy. But it still does a massive amount of damage because it's Stab and it's Hyper Voice. Come on. Other Pokemon that I think he's going to bring, that he does not bring Togekiss. Togekiss is a tank. It flinches things. It hits things hard. It's a great Pokemon to bring on its team. Plus, it's got typings that you can use on different things. It gets, like, if you're on the special one, I think it gains access to like Thunderbolt, Fire Blast, Air Slash, obviously for the flinch, hacks. But that Pokemon can take care of a lot of things. It can take care of my Keldeo, Vikavolt if I were to bring it. Piloswine, not so much. I mean, maybe. Definitely not Marowak or Cress or Entei, really. But it can take care of, like, Bulu and Pidgeot if it outspeeds, which it's really fast, too, if you train it in the speed variant instead of, like, a bulky variant. Tentacruel would be good to bring, just because it has setup. So, yeah, it can definitely just set up on us with, like, Toxic Spikes. And I think it gets... I don't really know if it gets Stealth Rocks, but it's also a Rapid Spinner, so it can get rid of things. Rotom Heat, there's a potential. I mean, I'm not saying that he's going to bring Tentacruel either. I'm just saying the different things that it can do. Rotom Heat's a definite possibility. It gains a lot of access to different things. It can Will-O-Wisp, it can Flamethrower, like Volt Switch as well, good for priority switch-ins. Nidoqueen would be pretty good against the team that I'm bringing. That's ground type stab. That's super effective against Entei, Marowak. I don't really know if it's super effective, but it's kind of neutral against Piloswine, if anything. Probably super effective against Dragalge. Yeah, other Pokemon are like Levitate users and stuff, so like Cress won't get hit by it. Vikavolt won't get hit by it. Neither will Flygon. Pidgeot won't get hit by it, obviously, because it's flying type. So there's a good thing that there's a good chance that she can bring that, or he could bring that. Excuse me, I don't know. I'm out of it today, if you guys can't tell already. And it also gains access to like Sludge Wave, which is crazy. Same with the access to Surf, I believe it gets. So he could potentially bring Surf on it as well. At this point, I'm really just talking through all the Pokemon. I haven't narrowed it down or anything. Ribombee is good. I don't care what anybody says. Ribombee is a good Pokemon. I've seen it used. It's mainly used in VGC, yes, but it's still great. It gains access to Quiver Dance. It's got status ailing moves. It's got Fairy and Bug Stab, which is crazy with Leech Life now in the game. It's ridiculous. Miltank is just Miltank. You guys know Miltank's a tank. Literally, it's in his name, Miltank. It's a tank. It takes hits. It can dish out hits. And that's why that Whitney girl used it as her gym. That's why nobody can get past it. It's just a crazy mon. It's got good abilities. It's got good... I can't remember. I think it gets... I don't remember exactly what abilities it gets, but I know it gets good abilities. I'm so exhausted right now. Holy crap. Ferrothorn, just another Stealth Rock user. Potential Power Whip. Gyro Ball, because it's really, really slow. Could definitely do a lot of damage to, like, say, my Bulu. It could do damage towards kind of Dragulge, not really. We would be able to eat it on Marowak and Entei, and pretty sure that Kildare would be able to eat it too. And then Ursaring. Ursaring is just a monster. Actually, in competitive, it's pretty good. It gets access to Brick Break, or Karate. Is it Dual Chop? I think it gets Dual Chop as well, which is crazy because that would be Dragon Stab. That'd be super effective against Dragulge. That'd be super effective against Flygon. So that'd be a pretty good thing to bring. I would expect him to be a physical variant. Obviously, I've never seen a special Ursaring. I don't even know if it gets any special moves, honestly. Definite probability. He could probably run a Choice Band if he wanted to, or Choice Scarf even. I think it's got pretty good speed sets. Alright, so now that we've gone through his entire team, I think it's time we should bring it down to 6 Pokemon that I think he's going to bring. Honestly, if I'm being totally honest, I don't see him bringing Rotom Heat. I mean, obviously, there's always potential. These are just predictions as well. But with the current team that I have, I don't really think there'd be any need for him to bring Rotom Heat, because if he like brings it and he goes for like Volt Switch, I could switch into Marowak and just get a stat boost, and he would be switching out because I have Lightning Rod. And like other things, like same with Will-O-Wisp. If he goes for Will-O-Wisp, just switch into Entei or Marowak or whoever I bring, and I can eat that because I'm a Fire type. So honestly, I don't see him bringing the Rotom Heat. Let me just go ahead and get rid of that sprite. Let's see. Next Pokemon, I definitely see him bringing Togekiss. 100%. I see him bringing Togekiss. So Togekiss is a definite. Mega Gardevoir is probably coming. I wouldn't say that... I think he should bring it because it's his Mega, of course. Oh, I should probably check at what his Z-Captains are. I'm pretty sure... Okay, a Z-Captain is Nidoqueen and Tapu Koko. That means... Oh, shoot. That means he can bring Ground... He could bring Poison, he can bring Fairy, Electric, he could bring Grass, potentially, because I'm pretty sure Tapu Koko gets, like, Energy Ball. It's not Energy Ball, maybe it gets Grass Knot. It's got the potential for a lot of different Z moves, and a lot of those could do damage to my team if I'm not careful, so that's a good thing to know. I don't think that he's going to bring either, or Ferrothorn or Tentacruel. I don't see him bringing both. And honestly, over the two, I see him bringing Tentacruel the most. Toxic Spikes can rule my team over, because the majority of the team, especially the one that I'm bringing this week, is not heavily... actually, I take that back. No, I don't take that back. Only 2 of the 6 Pokemon that I'm bringing have Levitate, or are immune to the ground. So, like, Toxic Spikes could pretty much just do damage to a lot of my team. So I don't see him ruling that out, or I don't see him ruling that out at all. But there's also, I think Ferrothorn's just better. I think Ferrothorn would be better for his setup user, and I think that gets Rapid Spin as well, so it could get rid of things if I were to bring Stealth Rock setup. I don't know. I'll leave those 2 on because I'm not positive yet. If he brings Tapu Koko, I don't see him bringing Nidoqueen. I mean, he might. Looking at my team, I think he would rather go with Tapu Koko over Nidoqueen, especially for the Z-Captain, for this week, just because of the differentiating moves that it gets and how Fairy hits my team well. Then again, so does Ground, so there's a potential for that as well. I don't know. Depends on what sets they bring, really, because you can either run a special or a physical Nidoqueen, and it would run well. So let's keep them on. I'm really bad at ruling out Pokemon, apparently. Miltank or Ursaring, I think that he's got enough fatness on his team if he Like, Togekiss is thick, Tentacruel is thick, Nidoqueen has to have a little bit of bulk to her, and Ferrothorn is fat. So, like, I don't see them bringing Miltank. I mean, obviously, like I said, these are all just predictions, and I could be completely wrong. I have been wrong before, like, bad against Leo. That was crazy. I got like half of his team right, or even less than that. I don't even know. So ruling out the ones that I know that he's going to bring. I know he's going to bring Togekiss, or at least I'm fairly certain he's going to bring Togekiss. Almost positive he's going to bring Gardevoir. Ribombee might not be the best choice for this matchup, just because I have so many different things that could body it. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Ribombee Sprite, just rule that one out. Ursaring, there's a potential. Again, he's got things to worry about, though, because I do have Alolan type, or the Alolan Marowak, which is Ghost type, so I could easily eat his stab, plus his non-stab with his fighting type moves that I know that he gets. And if he goes for something crazy like a Night Slash or something, I could switch into Keldeo and get like the Justified boost, which would be absolutely just bonkers. So yeah, we're going to get rid of Miltank. I don't think he's going to bring that. Like I said, I think he would bring Ferrothorn over Tentacruel, so I'm going to get rid of Tentacruel as well. I guess those are the 6 Pokemon that I think he's going to bring. I think he's going to bring Gardevoir, or Mega Gardevoir, I should say, Tapu Koko, Togekiss, Nidoqueen, Ferrothorn, and Ursaring. Now, we can go ahead and take a look at the team that I'm bringing this week. So the team that I'm bringing this week kicks off with Entei. It's slightly different of a build than what we used week 1. Adamant Nature with, it still has the Assault Vest though, because I'm still, actually, is it the same from last week? I think it might actually just be the same from last week. I'm trying to use my joystick and not my 3DS. I think it actually is the same exact build that I brought last week. So yeah, I correct myself. There's nothing different about this Entei. Anyway, so we got Entei here. It's rocking Iron Head, Bulldoze, Extreme Speed, Sacred Fire. Obviously, I left Iron Head on there because it's definitely a good move to have against this team. It's got 4 potential Fairy-type Pokemon, which is nothing to... It's good to have coverage, dude. It's good to have coverage. Plus, I'll be able to eat up hits now, because it's got the special defense EVs and stuff. I guess we can actually just be certain that it's the same. I think it's the same, though. I built these teams a couple days ago, so honestly, I don't really know. Yeah, so it's special defense and attack, so yeah. Then next up, we do, in fact, have the Alolan Marowak making its first appearance in the league, week 2. Princess, my Marowak. Adamant Nature, Lightning Rod, Thick Club, obviously just the standard that you bring. It gets knockoff in this gen with the move tutor, so I have it on there to cover just a little bit of ground, because I mean, yo, if we could get a knockoff on something and knock off like a Choice Band or anything, that'd be beautiful. Alolan Marowak is also kind of thick, so it can take hits pretty well. We're also bringing Earthquake and Flare Blitz. Shadow Bone obviously because it's Stab. Flare Blitz for the same reason, it's Stab. It's quad effective against Ferrothorn. It'll do damage against Tapu Koko. Not really so much Nidoqueen probably, and it'll do a little bit against Togekiss. Earthquake will hit a lot. It'll hit Nidoqueen. It'll hit Ursaring. It'll hit Ursaring a little bit too. Same with Gardevoir. Gardevoir probably won't take it very well. Plus the Thick Club is crazy. The Lightning Rod is really good in this case because there's the potential Thunderbolt on the Togekiss depending on the type that it, or the move spread that it brings. I can shut down Tapu Koko like no tomorrow. It's crazy. So yeah, that's another one that we're bringing. I'm pretty sure this is another standard build, just because it's a Alolan Marowak. You can't really shake it up too much. It's got a little bit in special defense for a tiny bit of bulk, max attack, and a little bit into speed. I believe it's like 44 in special defense and 212 in speed, or however the math works with that. Next up, we are bringing Dragalge this week. Sheldon the Dragalge. This will be our Z Captain this week. It's got the Poisonium Z with Sludge Wave, Dragon Pulse Scald, and Double Team with the Modest Nature and Adaptability, of course, because that is the best thing that you can run on this thing, of course. I mean, I guess I could have run Draco Meteor, but I don't really want to mess with the stat lowerings this time around. So we got Max Attack, again, this is kind of the same build as Marowak. Max Attack, a little bit in Special Defense and Speed to finish it off. Wait, why do I have Max Attack? I've got to re-EV train this thing badly. That needs to be Special Attack, not Attack. That needs to be Special Attack, not Attack. I'm so glad that we do this, so I could have caught that. That needs to be Special Attack. 100% that needs to be Special Attack, not Attack. Because, I mean, look at my moves. They're not physical, they're special. Next up, we got Din Din, the Mega Pidgeot, rocking Hurricane, Heat Wave, U-Turn, and Tailwind. Big Pecs, of course, not really like it matters. We're just going to Mega Evolve. This is the same set that we brought the week before. Same with Luna. This is the same set that we brought before. Basically just so we can get type coverage, get Ice-type moves. Go for that on, you know, Nidoqueen. Go for it on Togekiss. And then last but not least, we have Keldeo here, rocking the same set as we did last week as well. Just the standard Choice Scarf set with Hydro Pump, Secret Sword, Stone Edge, and Scald. So I guess that's taking a look at our team, a little glimpse into what we're going to be bringing into this battle this week. I do have to go back and I do have to change that Dragolage for sure, because that is not going to be very bueno if I rock out that set in the game. But all that being said, I hope you liked it. If you liked it, or like it if you do, subscribe if you're new. With all that being said, I'm going to get up out. I think that's going to be the way I end off my videos from now on. Just because it's unique and it rhymes, and I did it on accident in a video, and I was like, that kind of sounds good. I kind of like that. Anyway, well, I'm going to get about. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.